page. Hello everyone, and welcome to our day 5 of 21 yoga challenge. My name is Antoinette. I want to thank Sibley Memorial Hospital for the support of this series. Day 5, so we've made it through the week, and this weekend we'll be practicing. Time will change. We'll be practicing from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on both Saturday and on Sunday. And then from there, we'll go back and start practicing again from 5 to 6 Monday through Friday. So as we continue on, I ask just to continue to, bring the energy so that we can all be together. And I'm so grateful that we get to practice tonight together. So I worked a full shift in the PACU today, and so tonight's practice will be kind of a general practice. We won't focus specifically on upper, lower body, abs like we have this week. We'll have just a nice practice together with a little bit of Shavasana toward the end. We're going to start off in Sukhasana, and I just want to make sure that I have everybody, hey Janet, hi Ted, have everybody muted on Zoom, and thanks to all of our Zoom students who have been showing up every single day. We've had such a great turnout. And remember too, I was just talking to one of the students on Zoom that all of the videos will be housed on the YouTube page. Sorry, I keep letting people in on Zoom. All the videos will be housed on Sibley's YouTube page, and it'll be under, I think it's under 21 Day Yoga Challenge. So just know that that's accessible to you for future practices, or you can come to Treble Yoga and the videos will be housed there as well. That way you can continue your practice. So let's start off tonight in Sukhasana, in our easy pose. We sit in a crisscross fashion, and we can either sit with our buttocks on the floor, or we can sit, if we have yoga blocks available to us, we can sit with our buttocks onto the yoga block to kind of elevate and lift ourselves. No problem, Pamela. It's okay. I'm just glad that you're here and you're practicing with us, so welcome. So as we sit in Sukhasana, you just kind of notice how the body is feeling in this posture. Hi, Miriam. Let's take a moment. So if it feels safe, I always say this to you all, love to you, to close the eyes. Or if it doesn't feel safe to you, to just bring the gaze out just a few feet in front of you. As we sit in Sukhasana, we start to elevate the torso. With the eyes closed, we can start to just let anything around us just start to dissipate. Maybe you start to just notice sounds in the house, or if there's any activity going on, just letting it be where it is. And you start to kind of hone in and focus right here on your mat. We take a good deep inhale in. We let the torso extend and rise. We let the chest expand. The heart starts to project, right? We open up to the possibilities of this practice tonight. We've made it to day 5 together, moving and breathing and making a connection with our breath and our bodies. Gratitude for that. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Let's start off with just a 3-part breath to start the practice. So as we take a good deep inhale in, we let the belly expand, continue that second part of the breath as we start to expand the rib cage, and then that third part of the breath as we bring that breath to its tallest point toward the chest, and then exhaling out chest, ribs, abdomen. Inhaling for 1, 2, and 3. When you bring that tallest breath up toward the chest, navel back toward the spine, engaging the core, exhaling for 1, 2, and 3. Inhaling, 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 and you hold it, and then exhale, exhale, exhale. Last time. Good deep inhale in. Hold that breath. Exhale out. Let's open the eyes together. Take the arms up as you inhale in. If the buttocks are on the mat, awesome. As you exhale, let's start to forward fold gently. We can start to round over, bringing our hands down toward the floor. This might feel good or this might feel hard on the knees. If it does feel hard on the knees, just come back up again. If you're okay to start to sink the heart a little low and start to bring the hands out in front of you, maybe you start to feel the outer hips just start to open up, or maybe you feel the tightness. You can gently just rock a little bit back and forth from side to side if that feels okay. And then gently start to drag the hands toward the body and rise up with the arms as you inhale in. Good deep inhale. As you reach longest through the middle fingers, start to bring the navel back toward the spine, engaging the core, elevating the torso, and then let's twist over, taking our left hand to our right knee. Our right hand's going to be right behind us on the floor. We start to sink that hand down, rooting it down toward the sacrum, and we start to look toward the right side. We're twisting from the abdomen. Now's that opportunity to let the belly expand like a balloon as you take that inhale, and then as you exhale, contracting back, navel back toward the spine. We start to engage the core. Inhaling once more, and exhaling. Let's inhale, bringing both arms up as we rise up, good deep inhale. And as we exhale, let's go over toward the left side. So right hand to the left knee. Left hand padded just below the sacrum, and we start to push the torso up, taking a look over toward the left side. We take an inhale in, letting the belly expand, and then contract back. Inhaling and exhaling. Last time as we inhale, really pushing up. Maybe you even look over toward that left shoulder a little bit, and then let's rise up, reach up. Good deep inhale. Inhaling, and as we exhale, let's come out halfway. Now as we do, we start to fan the hands out, spreading the arms wide. So we're really using that upper body, navel back toward the spine as we sit a little higher. Let's exhale and start to bring the hands forward. We round the back, bringing the back toward the back of the room. Inhaling as we come out, good deep inhale. Exhale, bringing the hands together, back towards the back of the room. Inhaling, reaching out. Exhaling, hands together. Inhaling, reaching out. And exhaling together. Last time as we inhale, coming out. And then exhale, hands come down. Let's roll over onto our hands and knees so we can start a little bit more on the lower body. We'll come into a tabletop position. So the hands are starfished out in front of us. The hands are about hip width distance apart. Our knees come right behind. If you ever have issues with what is my hip width distance apart, you can gently bring hands to elbows and then open up. And now you have your personal, your shoulder length apart, and the hips could fall really kind of nicely right behind that. As you start to practice more, you kind of just know generally where you need to have that placement of the hands. The wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Our navel is back toward the spine. Our neck is long. We look down at the mat. Our navel back toward the spine, so we engage the core here in this very simple tabletop position. Always remember too, if we have any issues on our wrists, we can bring forearms to a block, blocks, plural. Let's take a good deep inhale in. Let's sink the heart low. The shoulder heads start to rise toward the sky, and we start to take a look up with our eyes and our chin. We'll come into a little cat-cow. As we exhale, let's push the shoulders up. We start to round the back on this first one, tending your fingertips like you're going to play the piano. We feel the strength of the fingertips and the energy traveling up the shoulder heads. On the inhale, patting the hands, we'll start to sway the back, taking a look up with eyes and chin. Good deep inhale. And you start to feel the energy that travels down toward the navel. Hands are patted, and we start to exhale as we round the back. Inhaling as we sway the back, taking a look up. We really stick out the buttocks. Let the heart sink low. We open up the throat chakra. Kind words come out of our mouth, right? And then exhale as we round the back. Inhale, let's come to a neutral spine and just take one quick circle of the hips. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever you'd like to do. Maybe another. Just noticing what's going on in the hips as you move in that direction. Pausing here, let's take our right foot, bring it out. So look back at that right foot as you bring it out long, and take the great toe and then take one toe, one toe, one toe as you bring it down. Push back gently on that right calf. So I always like to do that, right? I crammed my feet into nursing shoes all day today. So now I'm free on the mat and it feels so good. We push back gently on that right calf. Now start to take the movement that resonates with you, coming up onto the ball of the feet, maybe onto the shoelaces part of the feet. If on the shoelaces part of the feet, you can bring that foot backwards a little bit more and then gently start to drag that foot slightly forward, and then you start to feel that front right hip, that right psoas muscle maybe engage, and maybe you even start to tighten up that right quadricep. Push back gently on that right calf one more time. And then now let's take a little movement, right? So we'll take that right heel over toward the right corner of the mat just to start. And then if it feels good, you could start to slightly sink in, dropping that right heel down toward the mat. So you feel that outer hip. And then coming back with your breath, let's gently bring that right heel over toward the left corner of the mat. Patting left hand, left knee, we'll draw that right hand up to 12 o'clock. Right foot, sole of that right foot will be on the mat as we draw that right hand up to 12 o'clock. Now we're rooting down with that left hand. And we rise up with that right arm, opening up. Slightly bring that right hand behind you. Let's open up the chest. Inhaling, and as we exhale, we'll take that right arm up and over the body. Feel that right pinky toe make contact with the mat if that feels okay to you. Find your breath. Reach and extend through the right middle finger. We start to feel some length along the right arm, inhaling and exhaling. And then we'll windmill the arm over and down, come back to your tabletop. Gently shake out that left hand, and let's go over to the other side. We'll take the left foot out. So again, find your great toe, place it back, look back at your feet, and then take one toe, and one toe. It's good for your brain also. You push back gently on that left calf. And we breathe here. Really pressing in, feeling some release if you have a tight calf or hamstring. Again, that opportunity to roll up onto the ball of the feet and then onto the shoelaces part of the feet. Gently bringing that left foot backwards toward the back of the mat a little bit more, and then maybe dragging it slightly forward so that you feel a little bit more of a release against that left front psoas muscle. We'll gently start to windshield wiper the heel over toward the left side of the mat, and then just slightly start to dip that left hip in toward the mat so you feel that left outer hip as it opens. And then come back again, back to your pushing back gently on that calf, and then gently bring that left heel over toward the right corner of the mat. We'll pad the right hand, right knee now, and gently bring that left hand up to 12 o'clock. So sole of the left foot starts to plant on the mat as you come into this side plank. We root down with the right hand and reach up with the left arm to 12 o'clock. Again, you can take a circle with that left wrist if it found a little more tension than it needed. Slightly bringing the left hand behind you, we really open up the front of the chest. Inhaling. As we exhale, we'll send our left arm up and over the body. We reach and lengthen, we make it count. So now we have one long line that goes from the left middle finger down toward that left outer foot. And we breathe here. Good deep inhales and exhales, and we'll round the hands over and down, coming back into our tabletop position. Coming up on to our knees only, off the wrists, let's rise up with the arms as we inhale in. Gently bring your right hand slightly behind you. If you're able to find your heel, great. If you're able to find your calf, awesome. Let's just rise down. So maybe the fingertips are just touching that right calf, or if they can find that right heel and you can rise up, great. If you wanted to go more into what we'd call camel, we could start to take a slight back bend. You don't have to do this. There's just opportunities and layers for exploring and reaching your own personal edge in your practice. Coming back up again with the right hand as you inhale in. So the toes can be flexed or the toes can be shoelaces part of the feet on the mat, your choice. It also depends on your own flexibility. Good deep inhale. As you exhale, let's let that left hand come back. Either find the heel or the calf, and we'll rise up with that right hand. Now if we're coming into full camel, we can take both hands behind us if you want to, or just keep that right hand extended and gently start to make a back bend if it feels good to you or not. Right hand's going to come back up again. Left hand's going to come back up again. We reach up and extend. And then exhale, let's swing the hands over and down and come back into our tabletop position. So as we start to move through our days, I'm going to continue to kind of advance a couple of the postures so you have a little bit of something to add on to instead of doing the same thing. Not that we really do that. I know you guys know that. I tend to kind of mix it up every time, right? If you have your blocks close by, great. If you don't have any blocks, no problem there. We're going to take our right foot forward. L-shaping that right foot, we're going to frame the right foot. Rise up with both arms as on the inhale. Good deep inhale here. And as you do, so take that left hand and really rise up. So now you feel it from left fingertips down to the left kneecap. Good deep inhale in. Exhale, clasping the hands together. Rising up on the inhale, fingertips are pointed with the hands clasped. And on the exhale, we send the pointer fingers over toward the right side. Reaching up as we inhale, good deep inhale. And we're going to exhale, bring the hands down, frame that right foot, tuck that left toe under, and bring that left knee back up. We're coming into a lunge. So you can be here. Fingers are spider tipped. We're starting to lean forward, weight in that right foot. Or if you have blocks tonight, hands can come to the blocks and we can start to lift the torso up. It's going to feel differently, but you have what you have in your home studio, so go with that. Remember also, you can do this from the chair, right? Hands can be on the seat of the chair and we can still lunge back. So everybody can participate in this posture, in this practice together. Always all inclusive. Gently roll up onto the ball of the feet and then push back gently onto the calf. We're going to do a little bit of twisting here now. So take your right hand toward the block or the mat, spider tipped or not, and gently start to draw that left hand up to 12 o'clock. If it feels okay. If your balance isn't good, then just keep both hands on and just focus on stretching and kind of lengthening into that lunge. Reaching up, good deep inhale. As we exhale, left hand's going to come back down toward the mat, and we're going to draw that right hand up. As you do, using the core to really reach up and extend, rooting down with the left fingertips and rising up with the right. And that right hand's going to come back down again. Now, if it feels good to you, we're going to bring our hands off the mat. So if that's not going to work for you in a lunge, then you can just take your knee down, okay? So let's inhale in now. Everybody, either knee down or up, rise up with both hands, coming into a full upward lunge, reaching up. You can take a back bend if you'd like. We start to flex that left buttock so you feel power in that left leg. And just like we were doing on our hands and knees, we're going to clasp the hands together, start to bring the pointer fingers up toward the ceiling as you inhale in. Exhale, we're going to take our hands over toward the right side. So now maybe you start to feel that nice lengthening that goes along that left front hip. Come back again, good deep inhale. Exhale, circle the arms over and down, come back into your lunge. Left knee is going to come down if it isn't already, and we're just going to switch it out. Right knee is going to come back to meet the left. Left foot's going to come forward, and you kind of know where we're going with this. So L-shaping that left foot. Inhale, rising up with the arms. Good deep inhale. Exhale. Remember, it can be audible in your home studio. No one can hear you. Clasping the hands together, steeplechase the fingers, reaching up, inhaling. And as you exhale, send the fingertips over toward the left side. So we're just stretching and lengthening here. It feels good. Coming up, good deep inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come down. Let's tuck the back toes under and bring that right knee up, coming into a lunge. So again, fingers can be spider tipped or fingers can be on a block, your choice. Or try it both ways to see what resonates with you tonight. Coming up onto the ball of the feet and gently pushing back on the calf. Again, I often flexing that right buttock or a buttock when you come into a lunge helps prepare you for the next thing of like raising both arms up. But first let's go one and then the other. Rising up as we root down with that right hand, let's rise up with the left hand. Coming into a twist. Really reach up and extend with the breath. Left hand's going to come down, planting, and then let's rise up with that right arm, reaching up, inhaling, exhaling. A good deep inhale here, and an exhale, hands come back to frame that left foot. Still in this lunge, really plant that left foot. Let's rise up with both arms. Good deep inhale. Or bring that right knee down if that feels better for you. As we inhale in, finding your balance here, clasping the hands together, steeple chasing the fingers, inhaling in. And as we exhale, let's send the fingertips over to the left side, far enough until you start to feel that right front psoas muscle. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, framing the left foot, right knee comes down, left knee comes down to meet the right. Let's sink back into child's pose. Remember, child's pose is many things to many people. We could sink the buttocks back toward the heels if our knees allow. If our knees are not allowing or not functioning with us tonight, we can keep the buttocks high and start to walk the hands out in front of us, coming into Anahatsana. As we walk the hands out in front of us, or with the knees wide, sinking the buttocks low, however you arrive tonight, take the forearms down toward the mat. Let the head rest. Third eye rest gently in between on the mat. You can gently loll the head slightly back and forth from side to side, finding a little release in the neck. Take a good deep inhale in here. And now for men and women, without any sort of shame, as you exhale, start to tighten up the pelvic floor muscles, pelvic floor, anus, and the abdomen. And then as you inhale, let everything release. And on the exhale, tighten everything up. So as we age, we start to lose muscle tone, men and women, right? And so we do this in this posture because it's very easy to access being in this posture or being in this posture, right? So just kind of focus on that a little bit as you inhale in and exhale out. In your posture, I'm going to face you now. We're going to gently walk our hands over toward the right side of our mat. Now, as we do, let's let the weight kind of fall into that left pinky finger and gently start to sink that left elbow down so you start to feel a little bit of length now on the left arm. Energy travels up the shoulder head, down the rib cage, and down toward that left hip as you sink that left hip in maybe a little bit more. In this posture, letting that 3D expansion happen of the breath so you feel the ribs expand and contract on the breath. In this posture as you reach and extend. Our hands start to walk back toward the midline. Again, the head can be heavy on the mat, so it's a little bit more restorative, and maybe you get a little lower back release. And then we'll gently walk our hands over toward the right side. Again, the energy starts off with that right pinky finger. We start to dip down that right elbow just slightly and let the energy now travel up, finding some extension from fingertips up to the shoulder head of the right, down the rib cage, with the breath, feeling the expansion of the ribs, down toward the hip. So just getting in tune with our bodies and our breath as we come into these different postures and shapes. We'll walk our hands back toward the midline, and then let's come back onto tabletop. We're going to make our way up to standing shortly, but first, let's do a little bit of upper body. So, we're going to come into two different postures, and I'm going to give you some options now. In our tabletop, you could tuck your toes under and start to push yourself up into plank. If plank is not in your wheelhouse, right, you're going to bring the knees down, simply bring the chest down, come onto your belly, and then I'm going to guide you from here. So those in plank, stay in plank. Those who are going to stay in cobra with me, we're going to take our hands right underneath our shoulders. We're going to hug our elbows in toward our body, and we're going to focus on biceps as we inhale, lifting the head up. You can go as high as you want. Exhale down. Inhaling, lifting, and exhaling, lowering. If you're in plank, you can stay in plank, or you could lift one leg up while I'm inhaling and then lift the other one on the next inhale. So 2 options here for 2 different levels, or how you arrive tonight in your body. Inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you lower. Last time, inhaling as you lift and exhaling lower. For those who are in Cobra, come back to your child's pose for a moment. For those who are in plank, let's do one more breath as we inhale in and exhale. Maybe you start to sink the hips a little low. You can come into an upward facing dog. And then let's all push ourselves into downward facing dog. So from your child's pose or from your plank, arrive here together. In our downward facing dog, let's set ourselves up. So maybe automatically you start to dump the weight into the heel of the hand and the outer fingers. Just gently start to rock the weight slightly forward to forefinger and thumb. We start to sink the heels low and maybe take the toes off the mat, or not. Maybe at this point you're really wanting to pedal the feet, so you start to feel a little bit of energy. And we still breathe in and out. Stay in your downward facing dog, or if you'd like, on the inhale, let's lift your left leg up toward the sky. Heel starts to float up. Heel comes back down. Inhale, let's lift the right leg up, and then the right leg down. We'll gently start to walk the feet up toward the hands, or if it feels good to you, you can jump up to the front of the mat. Inhaling up to a halfway lift, and exhaling as you forward fold. Now remember, when you're in your forward fold, you can have your knees generously bent so you can feel the palms on the mat. As you start to continue to practice, you can start to straighten the legs. And then maybe you're still spider tipping the fingers, or maybe you're able to plant them. Let's inhale back up to a halfway lift. When we're there, navel back toward the spine, the neck is long. Again, as we exhale, forward fold. Generously bend the knees. Let's come all the way up to standing. Rising up as we inhale in, good deep inhale. And then an exhale down. Stay here, inhaling, reaching up. Good deep inhale. Exhaling down just the right arm. So feet are either close together or feet can be hip-width distance apart. You decide how you feel. Wherever you are, root down with that left foot and start to rise up with the left arm. Inhaling in. And as we exhale, let's head over, taking our left hand all the way over toward the right side. We'll start to jut out that left hip as we C-shape the body. And again, the energy travels from the fingertips all the way down toward the outer edge of that left foot. Just like we were doing in our side plank, slightly bring that left hand behind you so you start to feel a nice lengthening and opening along that left inner arm. Come back, both arms come up, reach up high, inhaling. And as we exhale, left arm comes down. We'll rise up with that right arm. So we root down from the right foot, rise up through the fingertips of the right, and then let's head over to the left side. Start to jut out that right hip. And then maybe that right hand comes slightly behind you and we open up here. Reaching and extending. And come back up again. Good deep inhale. And then an exhale down. We haven't done tree in a while. Let's go there. Hands to prayer as we inhale in. First, let's root. As we gently bring the weight toward the toes, the ball of the feet, let's lift the heels off the mat like you have high heels on. And then gently bring the heels, sinking them back toward the mat, lifting the toes off the mat. Gently bring the toes back down. This helps us find this grounding, this rooting down and making the connection that we need to make in our standing posture. Either hands to the hip, hands to prayer, your choice. And then coming in, we find weight in that left foot, and we can start to find tree on this right side. 3 ways. It can be a simple kickstand with having our heel toward the ankle. That's if our balance is not so good. It can be with the sole of that right foot to the left calf, just above or below the knee. If the balance is really good tonight, and remember, you can always hold onto a wall or to a chair, focusing more on your balance and less on, oh, I can't get into this posture. Either way, we start to sit and start to stand and rise up. We start to feel that energy. And then grow your branches how you want to grow them tonight. So maybe you grow them tall, overhead, out, behind you. If you find tree posture very easy, then always remember you can close your eyes to challenge your balance. Lots of different ways to come into this posture and start to get to know your balance on your standing left leg. And we breathe here. When we breathe, we don't fall out. And if we do, then we go right back into the posture. It's such a great exercise in how we move through our lives, right? Come right back. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Find stillness and ease. Another good deep inhale in. And an exhale, let's come out. Taking that right foot down, rock star kick out that left foot, and then let the left foot come back down. Let's find tree on the other side. So again, finding weight in that right foot, standing. You can make a gentle, just a simple kickstand, left heel to right ankle, or right below the calf, or right above. Find your way. And again, we could also create a beautiful mudra. We could take forefinger and thumb, bringing it down toward the knee. Forefinger and thumb, rising it up toward the sky. Your choice. Decide. Remember, if you start to sway or falter, it's okay. Just find your breath. Know it's there. And also without judgment, just notice, how's my right leg as opposed to my left? I'm finding myself to be a little bit more unbalanced, but maybe I'm also kind of messing around a little bit too. Good deep inhale here. Also finding a little humor in things too, right? And an exhale out. Can't take ourselves too seriously. Good deep inhale. And an exhale. Let's go one more good deep breath. And as we exhale, let's bring that left knee up and then bring it down. And let's move to the top of our mat and start a little bit of movement in and out of our warriors. So again, with our hands in prayer, we find ourselves standing, inhaling, exhaling Tadasana with our arms down beside our hips. Let's start to broaden the collarbone. Taking the navel back toward the spine, we find ourselves standing a little taller in this posture. Shoulder blades might slightly come together. We inhale as we rise up. Good deep inhale here. Let's exhale, hands to prayer. Find weight in the left foot, drawing that right knee up. Growing taller on the left side on the inhale, let's step back into Warrior One. Rising up with the arms. Our right foot comes back, and the right foot's about 45 degrees. As we start to hinge into that left knee, we rise up with the arms. So if you start to feel like you have back issues, you can just keep the arms forward. If it feels okay to hinge into that left knee and start to rise up and take a look up, go there too. Again, how you arrive in your Friday night body. Inhaling. Exhaling down the right arm. Let's go tall on the left arm. Inhale, straighten that left leg, flex the left foot. We're a little taller on the left side. Good deep inhale here. Exhale, knees bent, and we start to bring both arms up. Inhaling as we rise, and exhaling, hands to prayer. Let's come to the top of the mat. Go to the other side. Inhaling in. Exhaling Tadasana. Inhaling with arms up. We rise up as we inhale. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Left knee comes up. We grow taller as we rise up on the inhale, right leg. And then with power, we step back, left foot. Rise up, inhaling. Exhaling down the left arm. Rise up with that right arm, right knee's bent. Inhaling as we straighten the right leg and flex the right foot and grow a little taller, reaching and extending. Exhaling, hands together, bending that right knee. Inhaling as we rise up, and exhaling, hands to prayer, top of the mat. Good deep inhale. And an exhale. Let's focus a little bit on balance and strengthening our quadriceps. As we inhale, reaching up, good deep inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer, right knee comes up. Inhaling, growing taller on the left side. Exhaling, kicking out that right foot, challenging ourselves to keep right foot at hip height. Coming back with our breath, and then kicking back out. Inhaling, we go taller on the left side. Exhale, kick out. Inhaling, coming back. Exhale, kick out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. So we're using the core and using the quadricep. The harder you kick out and the more you start to access the quadricep, you'll start to feel that. One more time as you kick out. This time as you come back, let's step back into warrior one. Reach up. Inhaling in. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Right foot comes to meet the left. Let's go to the other side as we inhale. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhaling with a lift. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Left knee comes up. Inhale, grow taller on the right side. Engage the core. Exhale, kick out. Inhale, left knee comes back. Exhale, kick out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, coming back. Let's step back on the exhale. Warrior one, rise up. Reach up high. Good deep inhale here. Exhale, hands to prayer. Left foot meets the right. We'll step in and out of a warrior two as we inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhaling with arms up as we rise up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Right knee comes up. Inhale, we grow taller on the left side. And exhale, we windmill the arm up and over. We step way back into warrior two, sinking into that left knee. Our right foot is perpendicular to the left. And we find our drishti over that left middle finger. The gaze lengthens and we look beyond it. Maybe we notice our surroundings now. Or maybe we stay right within our practice as we broaden the collarbone, finding symmetry between the back arm and the front arm. Good deep inhale here. Exhale out. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, keeping the front knee bent. Sink in, rise up. Come back to warrior two, inhaling. As we exhale, let's take forearm to thigh, and right hand comes up, or if you want, that left hand can come down toward the floor, and you can continue to rise up, coming into a side angle. Again, that right foot is rooted down as you rise up. Good deep inhale. However you are, take your right hand up and over the body. Inhaling in. Exhaling, we're going to take our right hand down to meet the left, framing that left foot, and gently start to bring that right foot forward to meet the left. We're going to simply bring our left foot all the way backwards, stepping into warrior two on this other side. Hinging in from a lunge, we'll come up and over with the arms. And take our drishti over our right middle finger. We'll start to sink into that right knee. And we breathe, inhaling in and exhaling out. Again, finding symmetry between the back arm and the front arm and really reaching and extending so you use the upper body. Flip the front palm, keeping that front knee bent. Let's rise up, sinking into that right knee as we inhale and rise up with that right arm. Coming back to warrior two on the breath. And then on the exhale, right forearm to top of right thigh, left arm comes up, or that right hand can sink all the way down toward that right ankle as you come in a little bit deeper into this posture, your choice. Reach up and extend, inhaling. Exhale, left arm up and over the body. Finding your breath. Windmilling the arms over and down. Ball of that left foot comes up, heel comes up, and we're gently going to push forward. Left foot comes to meet the right. Inhaling up to a halfway lift, we're going to make our way down to the floor. Exhale, bringing our buttocks down to the floor. Now, if you have your strap tonight, we're going to do one more stretch with that, like we did last night. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. I'll guide you either way. Sole of the foot on the mat, knees are bent. Let's make our way down and feel that sensation of having moved our bodies, allowing the back to just settle for a moment, a few seconds, with nothing to do, right? Nowhere to go, except for rest. That's okay. We'll find our heels with our fingertips, gently, or at least in the direction of them if the knees don't allow you to do so. Just like we did before, we're going to lift the toes off the mat and then gently bring them back down. Lift the heels off the mat and then gently bring them back down. So feel the soles of the feet make contact with the mat. Start to gently tilt the pelvis up so you can sink the lower back into the mat. Allow the shoulders to soften for just a moment. Last night we did a lot of abdominals. Here we're just going to focus on inner thigh. So if you have a block close by, grab your block and place it in between the legs. If you don't have a block close by, you don't need to have it. So you can just focus more on gently starting to engage the inner knees, inner leg, inner thighs by just gently, almost like you have magnets in between the knees. You start to bring the knees slightly together, enough so that you can start to access the inner thigh muscles. Now, if you can't do that, you could always take a pillow from your couch or from a cushion from your dining room table, which is where I am right now, and you can place that in between your legs too. So just find something that might work for you, setting yourselves up. So whatever you happen to be doing, you squeeze that inner thigh with whatever you happen to be holding between. Be here for just a moment. So really make this count. We're only doing this a couple of times, right? So you start to squeeze the block to its fullest squeeze until the inner thighs start to quiver, right? And we find our breath as you focus on that squeeze. Allow the lower back to soften. Again, really hone in on the inner thighs. So I'm continuing to talk and breathe, and you're doing the same. Notice if you start to hold any tension in the lower back or the upper back, just focus on the inner thigh. And make the adjustments by gently sinking your lower back into the mat so you can continue that squeeze of the inner thigh. Following that cycle of breath, once more, and then allowing release. So allowing that slight separation and just a little relaxation in between the thighs. We're going to add arms to that now. So as we inhale in, we're going to lift the hips off the mat. We'll start to squeeze the block with the inner thigh, raising the arms over the head. Pushing with the soles of the feet, squeezing the block with the inner thigh. We're going to exhale, come down. Now we're going to go into one breath. Inhale, lifting hips up, arms overhead. Squeeze the block at its tallest point. Exhale as we lower. Inhaling, coming up, squeezing the block. Exhale, lower. Now I say block, but whatever you have. Inhale, coming up, squeeze the block. Exhale, lower. Inhale, coming up, squeezing the block. We even start to engage the core as we push the torso up. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, coming up. Last time, pause here. Really push the torso up toward the ceiling. Squeeze the block to its fullest squeeze. Exhale, come down. Remove the block. Let's do a little figure four, taking our left heel to our right knee. Gently pushing that left knee away from the body with the left hand, sole of that right foot on the mat. Inhale as we lift that right foot off the mat, threading our hands through and around that right hamstring. We'll gently draw that right knee in toward the chest and take a gentle circle of that right ankle. The neck is soft and supple, so we're drawing that right knee in. If that doesn't really happen for you, and you happen to have a strap, a tie from your robe, a scarf, whatever you arrive at tonight on your mat, you can gently place it behind that right thigh and gently start to draw that right knee up. The strap becomes an extension of the arms, right? So that way the neck can be really soft and you could gently loll the head, slide side to side. Let's all take our gaze toward our left shoulder, just lengthening the right side of the neck, and then gently loll the head over toward the right shoulder, lengthening the left side. We'll bring that right foot down and then we'll go over to the other side. bringing the right heel to the left knee. Gently with our right hand, pushing that right knee away from the body. That might be enough for some people. I say this often, this might be enough for you just to kind of feel that openness in this figure 4. And if you want more, or you want to start to play around with that, you start to lift that left foot off the mat, thread your hands through the back of that left hamstring. Left thigh. So again, and you can find some layers here too. You can start to bring your foot across that left thigh a little bit more, that top of the quadricep knee area, giving yourself a deeper stretch. If you want, you could also rock just a little bit. Not a lot, back and forth from side to side. Sometimes you're able to access it a little bit more. Or stay perfectly still. Again, do no harm, ahimsa. Right? Circle with that left ankle. We breathe. Left foot down, right foot down. Let's do another stretch now. So taking the strap in the ball of that left foot. Sole of the right foot on the mat, knee is bent. Left foot is straightened. Now, if you don't have a strap tonight, that's okay. Start to bring that left foot up toward the ceiling. You just catch the back of that left thigh, left hamstring area. And you focus on letting that long leg bone just kind of, even only in the mind's eye, just fall in toward the socket, right? However we arrive, either with hands or with strap, let's just take the toes up and back. So again, focusing a little bit on hamstring. Again, let the neck be soft. Let the shoulders be soft. You can take the strap down with the grip toward the chest even. You don't have to have your grip all the way up toward the foot. But if you wanted to, then go there. If you're able to catch your great toe with your hand without the strap, then go there too. Let's take our right foot out. Not hovering it. This time we're just going to place the calf of that right leg on the mat. And on the next breath, we're going to take that left foot out toward the left side of the body. So always that opportunity. With your blocks, you can place your blocks on medium height and take that left ankle, place it on a block. Start to T-shape out that right arm, right? That just helps us in a restorative way be able to open up and really access that inner thigh muscle. It feels good. You don't have to really death grip that strap so much. Now, if you don't have a strap tonight, you're just taking that inner kneecap of that left leg as you open up. Or inner thigh, whatever you can kind of grasp. Take a good deep inhale in. As you exhale, taking the left leg up toward the ceiling, we're going to come all the way across the body, catching the strap in the right hand. Or if you don't have a strap, you're just catching that outer left kneecap rather. The left foot is going over toward the right side of the body. Our left shoulder head is resting gently on the mat, and now we're in this twist. So we have that opportunity as an all twist to take that belly breath, letting the belly expand and then contract. It's this wonderful detoxification and wonderful little twist for our digestive system that helps us with our elimination and processing internally. It also helps us release any emotion, any sort of tension that we might feel with this breath, focusing on the abdomen, where we might be holding a lot of our emotion. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Coming back with the left foot up toward the ceiling. Let's just switch it out. So if you have the strap, you take it to the ball of the right foot, sole of that left foot on the mat, left knee's bent. Point and flex the right foot. You know where to go if you don't have a strap. You just grab the back of that hamstring area. Challenging ourselves to straighten that right leg, right? So we really get a good hamstring stretch. We'll start to lengthen that left leg. Calf muscle starts to press in toward the mat now, so we activate the left leg and then start to bring that right foot out toward the right side of the body. We'll T-shape out that left arm. Shoulder head rests on the mat, palm is up. Offering up some loving kindness tonight to somebody who might need it. I'm looking at the be kind sign from our Infinite Love Project of my friends Eric Miller and Tina Thomas. Soon to be a couple. They're about to get married. And they've placed almost, I think, 3,000 signs all over the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. So if you ever see a Be Kind sign, which you might see on Rockville Pike, or you might see down near Sibley Hospital where I work, we placed a number of them one day, and it's a lot of fun. And it helps people remember kindness. It starts with you, yourself first, and then it transmits to everybody that you come in contact with. Inhale as we bring the right leg up. Let's bring it all the way across the body. Taking the left foot either to a block or to just all the way over to the left side, the right foot rather to the left side. We'll T-shape out that right arm. Opportunity for the belly breath, letting the belly expand on the inhale. Exhale, contraction, wringing out the abdominal organs in a positive, safe, good way. Good deep inhale. Exhale as you detoxify. One more good deep inhale. And as we exhale, let's take the right foot up. Left foot comes up to meet the right. Remove your strap if you had it. Hands come down beside you. Let's just take a moment with our legs up into a very short version of Viparita Karani so that we can start to go into our Shavasana together. Remember, tonight I was going to show you a little tension and relaxation in our postures before we come into Shavasana. But first, in Viparita Karani with our legs up, let's gravity do a little bit of its work on its own as we take the legs up and start to move the fluid down toward the lymphatic system. Let's make our lymphatic system near our groin area do a little bit of work now. We could take a little circle, like you're going to paint the face of an analog clock with your toes. Accessing the abdominal muscles as you come up with the toes toward the crown of the head. You can go in one direction and then the other. And again, just noticing the shoulders, if you start to access those, really start to focus in, hyper-focus the abdominals. We're gently going to bring the feet down and then the legs down. So we're coming into our supine position, right? Hands are down beside us. So we're going to start off with the crown of the head, and then we're going to make our way down, tensing up different body parts. So just being open to what I'm doing. It's a little bit different. But it might help you be able to access areas where you might have tension in them. So first, starting with the crown of the head, right? We'll gently start to take the back of the head and start to bring weight into it toward the mat. So you might feel a little bit of tension toward the back of the neck. Pressing in with the back of the head. And now just releasing that press. And so you created a little bit of tension in the neck there. We're going to now scrunch the face up like you've eaten something sour. No one can see you, right? So you start to purse your lips and scrunch the eyebrows like you've eaten something sour or someone's told you something or you've smelled something bad, right? And now relax the face. Bring your lips into a very big smile, a big cheesy grin that no one can see. And stick your tongue out as wide as you can. Allow the facial muscles to relax now. Start to take your jaw, just move it side to side, slowly, or move the lips, and then relax. We'll gently loll the head over toward the left shoulder. Again, maybe you start to press in on the left temple or just the left occipital ridge. Come back again, lolling the head back toward the midline, and then we'll loll the head over toward the right side. We start to press in on that right temple, if you can go all the way over there, or maybe the back of the neck, and then come back again. Making fists with the hands, we're going to inhale in, drawing the shoulders up toward the ears. So we start to create some tension in the upper body. We notice maybe the navel comes back toward the spine, creating a lot of tension. Really making fists like you're kind of in an angry mode. And then just relaxing everything down. Let's take a good deep inhale in, letting the chest expand toward the ceiling and then fall back. Just notice if you feel any tension that's having been released in the shoulders. Good deep inhale in and an exhale out. Let's take our right foot off the mat just a couple of inches. We're flexing that right foot, kicking out with that right heel. We can gently rock slightly over toward the left side so we can flex that right buttock, then bring it down toward the mat. As we start, we can take action with that left heel, creating tension from that right leg. And so we start to let the energy come up toward the calf, toward the kneecap. The right quadricep is tensed. The right leg is tensed. We start to really kick out with that right heel and start to feel that right hip. And now let's just let it relax. Maybe just take that ankle and move it a little bit back and forth from side to side. And let's go to the left side. Taking the left foot off the mat, we start to tense up that left heel as we kick out. You could even tense the left toes if it feels okay, but some of us don't like crunching our toes. We'll start to create some tension in the calf. Let the energy travel up as you access that left kneecap. Start to access that left quadricep, flexing that left buttock, creating tension, and now relaxing. We'll do one more set too. So we start to flex the buttocks, engage the core as if you're really drawing in the abdominal muscles. Tense everything. And now relax down. Take an inhale in and an exhale out and just be here. If you have a blanket now, you can start to cover up the body. Notice how the body feels after creating a little tension and then relaxing. And it's okay either way, however you feel. Even to laugh at yourself if it didn't feel that great anyway. But you tried it. Again, being open to the possibilities. Today I came across this great website as I was looking to just kind of mix it up with our readings. This author is unknown, and yet they say some very profound things, so I wanted to share those with you. So as you lie in Shavasana, or Viparita Karani, or legs up on a chair, or however you've arrived in your final resting posture, just focus on the breath and the words as we finish our practice together with a bit of meditation. Showing up for life. The way we walk into a room says a lot about the way we live our lives. When we walk into a room curious about what's happening, willing to engage, and perceiving ourselves as an active participant with something to offer, then we really have shown up to the party of life. When we walk into a room with our eyes down or nervously smiling, we're holding ourselves back for one reason or another. We may be hurting inside and in need of some healing. We may lack the confidence required to really be present in the room. Still, just noticing that we're not really showing up and having a vision of what it will look and feel like when we do. It can give us the inspiration that we need to recover ourselves. Even when we're suffering, we can show up to that experience ready to fully engage in it and learn what it has to offer. when we show up for our life, we're actually actively participating in being a happy person, achieving our goals, generally living our life our soul really wants. If we need healing, we begin the process of seeking out those who can help heal us. If we need experience, we find the places and opportunities that give us the experience we need in order to do the work we want to do in the world. Whatever we need, we look for it. And when we find it, we engage in the process of letting ourselves have it. Permission. When we do this kind of work, we become lively and confident and passionate individuals. There is almost nothing better in the world than the feeling of showing up for our own lives. We got one run at this. We can do it. We can become people that are more alive and who have the ability to make things happen in our lives and the lives of the people around us. We walk through the world with the knowledge that we have a lot to offer and the desire to share it. Let's all take a good deep inhale in. Filling the air, the lungs with air, and then exhaling out. And slowly start to make some movement to your fingers and to your toes. And gently, once you've started to kind of wake the body up, allowing the body to just roll over to the right or to the left side. We cradle the head in the arm. We offer up loving kindness to ourselves, remembering it starts with us. And when you're ready, bringing yourself to a comfortable seat so that we can finish our practice together, closing. Bringing ourselves into that erect and dignified posture that we started our practice off in at the very beginning, just 1 hour ago. Gratitude to you all for coming to our mats tonight, for practicing together as a community. As we sit tall, either keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft, let's bring our hands to prayer together. We feel our fingertips touch one another. Gratitude for the ability to move our bodies, to breathe independently. May all beings be free of fear and harm. And may we all be happy, just the way we are. May we be at peace with whatever comes our way. And may we all rest softly in the gentleness of our own hearts. Inhaling in, rising up, navel back toward the spine. Let's exhale as we share the word, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this day 5 of our practice together. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for another practice of day 6. And I hope you have a great night. I hope it's been a smooth week for you. And I look forward to sharing another practice tomorrow. Namaste.